my church is a mix of people, people that are well off and people in poverty, and I think it's key to our faith for those people to be in relationship and to know one another from experience. And we serve people in a soup kitchen every day, but I don't want it to be simply just putting a meal in front of folks. I want to understand their experience as much as I can, so that we can be a real community. I took the challenge mostly out of a faith motivation, because I do think that to be a Christian is to live with the poor. So for me, what was good about the challenge was realizing how much of a challenge it is to live in poverty. I already live a relatively simple life, but I didn't do the numbers, and I do have money left over when I live a simple life. In the poverty challenge, I don't. And to be able to eat, I had to choose the things that I would live without. And it was little conveniences that are actually a large part of my life. But for that week, so that I could eat, I had to not have a cell phone, not have internet at home, and not drive. What really hurt me the most, though, was that I couldn't practice basic hospitality anymore. It was a change to who I am. I was visiting a friend, and my natural instinct, because this friend was in the hospital, was to buy them a Coke. It was something that they actually said that they missed and that they wanted. And I thought through, and I said, oh boy, I've only got $3 left for the day, and if I buy him a Coke and if I have one with him, then I'm gonna have to skip dinner to do this. And it really hurt. It's one thing to sacrifice for yourself. I can go with less on my own, but it hurt to not be able to extend hospitality for others, to be dependent on other people for rides, to say, well, if you're going to call me, you're going to have to call me at this place and at this time, because I'm doing this poverty challenge and I can't use my cell phone. It's amazing the ways that your life changes when you're limited by a budget. And I see when I work with folks in poverty just how the system makes it so much more challenging to do life in general, because you need to be in certain places at certain times, and you don't have all of the extra conveniences, and you don't have the money to make things work. My life while I was participating in the poverty challenge was slower. It had to be more disciplined, and I had to hustle and plan for really basic things like rides and phone calls. At the same time, I realized that for me, it wasn't even a true experience. I didn't have to worry about getting sick. I didn't have to worry about kids and things like that. I know that I only got a little taste of what living in poverty is like, but I would recommend other people at least attempt to get that taste, just so that we could grow in our empathy for our poor friends and neighbors, and so that we could learn and we could be motivated to do something about poverty.